NXT TakeOver 25 in, what was it, Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Bridgeport.
Holy shit! Is probably all I
I
have to say.
listen. I have one thing to say. The past 5 years since NXT started, for the past how many takeovers? 20, 25. This is 25. We've had we've had 4 takeover Brooklyns. We've had takeover Phoenix. We had War Games twice, and I'm telling you, it gets better every time. 25 times. I never think they get better and better. They get better and better.
It's truly amazing. Like I don't think there's a better word. Maybe no, there's definitely a better word, but not right now that I can think of.
I think
amazing.
I think the best word you can say for this takeover is undisputed.
I see what you did. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
I can't even lie. I think this takeover would be undisputed.
Yes.
Not even just because of the finish of the night. I think it's just one of the best culminating stories.
Just holy shit.
Yeah.
Like.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Okay.
Wow.
I didn't really like the women's match because I don't really like the whole Io Shirai versus Shayna Baszler. I don't like either of them.
I feel your opinion on that. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a good match.
It was a good match. I like what happened after the match.
Oh, I fucking Io lost her shit.
Honestly,
I loved it.
Honestly, we're gonna get it. I'll get into it more when we get to the match because we just go match by match. But I feel like Shayna definitely deserved it for the amount of women that probably should have done that already.
Yeah, she's broken. What did she do? She broke. Was it
Dakota Kai?
What the fuck? Dakota Kai. There you go.
Io's friend. I forgot who it was. I don't keep up with NXT enough. I kind of watch the takeovers because they're so fucking good. Wasn't that? I watched the promo, but I was half dead because of work today. It's fine. I'll probably
I don't watch promos.
I know I'm annoying, and so are you. It's fine. We'll go match by match.
All right.
So Roderick Strong, Matt Riddle.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really pay attention to that match.
I feel like it was the only non-title match. I'm pretty sure of the night.
Yeah, it's only non-title match. I didn't really pay attention to that match that much because I think Matt Riddle is one of those talents where it's just like you can give him like 10 minutes and he'll give you a good match, but after 10 minutes it starts to get stale.
I see your point. I honestly loved the match. I thought it got a little bit like weird at certain points where they were just kind of needlessly slow. Like,
yeah.
I love selling in a wrestling match, but I think there are certain points where they didn't need to move as slow. The same thing happened in the North American title match. And it didn't. And when it happened in the NXT title match, it made sense. And when it happened in the tag match, it made sense. It did. Yeah. It just felt weird in this match. But this match, I honestly think this match was great because Roderick Strong did about 700 backbreakers as always, and Matt Riddle just kind of. I was confused at the finish. I'm not gonna lie.
Apparently Apparently he has a new finisher. I don't remember that being said anywhere.
Don't remember him using it ever. He went.
I don't remember him saying anything about it.
He went for the bro mission. It was countered. This is after his back might not exist anymore. But
yeah.
but you know, I give props to literally anyone that has a match with Roderick Strong and isn't on a stretcher afterwards. Because oh my fucking backbreaker.
His back, yeah, no, he's always been really big on his.
Fucking Celtic Cross. He didn't do the end of Heartache once, which I think is cool. That they didn't have what's it called? They didn't have him they didn't have him do the end of Heartache and then Riddle kick out of it just for Riddle to win. So they're protecting the move a little bit, as far as I've seen, which is cool. He didn't do it once, which is nice. He did the angle slam. I was super hyped because
he did the angle slam.
He did the Cloud9 and. Just the sequence for the Cloud9 was fucking wonderful. He runs off the ropes, fucking forearm to the mouth, forearm again, Cloud9, and so close to the 3. I was like, holy shit! For a non-title match, it was like, fuck, give someone in this match a belt. Like, Jesus Christ.
I think, okay, if UE does end up winning all the gold, I think Roderick Strong should be North American champion.
Yeah,
out of all of them.
I'm hoping it doesn't lead to a stupid power struggle for there to be tension, because I think you don't need to split up certain groups. Like, you never need to split up the New Day.
You don't need to split up the New Day.
You never need to split up the Usos. You never need to split up the Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
You don't. They already had this. They already had the Roderick Strong and Adam Cole feuding, and then Roderick joined the Undisputed Era.
Plus, I think UE is UE is probably like one of the best factions in WWE right now. And like, okay, I'll give it to them. They're a great team and everything, but they need to get written in. Like, their storylines need to be better. This whole Roderick being Nonyo against fucking Adam, and then they duked it out or whatever. It's like, why would you ruin the only thing NXT has going for them?
Yeah, there's no reason for them to feud again.
Yeah.
Because they already had the entire Undisputed Era feud against Roderick Strong. They had Roderick Strong with the Authors of Pain wearing a tank top and camo in a War Games match. Whatever. They better not split up the Undisputed Era, because it would be so fucking dumb.
But listen, this was definitely a good match. I liked when Matt Riddle did the GTS into just a snap German.
I lost my fucking
That was
shit
great.
when he did the GTS. He did the GTS, and props to the crowd for not going ballistic and just going CM Punk the entire rest of the match, because if that happened on Raw,
everybody knew what was happening.
But if that happened on Raw, you would have heard CM Punk for the rest of the night, and it would have been so fucking
for the rest of that match. That would have been disgusting.
And then like Vince would have came out and been like, "Hey, he got fired," and it would have been fucking stupid. So like, luckily the crowd wasn't retarded enough. Sorry for that word, but you know, for lack of a better word, to just start cheering CM Punk for the rest of the day. The crowd was pretty cool. There were points in a couple matches where I was like, "Why are you all so quiet? Someone almost died 2 seconds ago."
Yeah. Oh, I think that's common for like wrestling when like it's a slow match, especially like with them slow at some points, like quiet.
Yeah.
But after a while, you like start getting some good spots and you get everybody energetic. It's the same thing with who? I'm trying to think. It's the same thing with like most tag team matches. Like it's quiet for a while,
and then like there's a hot tag.
After a while, a hot tag or like a fucking
spot.
Like a moonsault into like a slingshot DDT. It's like shit like that.
Exactly. This match was really good. The Roderick Strong Matt Riddle, I hope actually leads to Matt Riddle not maybe getting a title shot, maybe getting a feud that leads to another. Like, honestly, Matt Riddle can open every single takeover and I would not complain. Ever.
I wouldn't be mad.
I'd be like, fuck yeah, hell yeah. It's like, what are they, 15, 20-minute matches? How long did this match go? Hold on, let me Google it.
I think it was like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, let's see. You can hear me typing, so you know it's authentic.
I would never be mad.
I think the match went... Oh, here we go. Results, live updates, recaps, shit like that. Okay. Doesn't actually have the time. That's annoying. That website doesn't have the time. I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
It was
this
like...
website has a good idea with what they were going for. It was not a long match, but it was not short enough to be, like, stupid, is what I'll say.
Let me see. It was around 20 minutes?
Yeah, I want to say 20 minutes.
It was like a 20-minute match.
I feel like it's perfect for Riddle, because you could see in his Titantron, Riddle has been wrestling since 2015. According to his Titantron, it says established 2015. He's, for someone that has not been wrestling even for 10 years yet.
He's good.
He's fucking awesome.
He's fucking great.
He has the MMA background that ties into a lot of his moves, but he's not like Brock Lesnar, Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, where every single thing is, I did UFC or I did this and now I do forearms and you die. Like it's not like that overbearing squash match feel of everything ever.
And he's not a boring dude. His whole gimmick literally gets everybody chanting, bro. I've done it in your house.
He's a frat boy that will knock your fucking head off.
Just look at what happened to Cassius Ohno.
Cassius lost in like 20 seconds.
He got his head knocked off his goddamn shoulders.
Okay. When Mauro Ranallo said V-trigger, I kind of shit myself.
Oh, I loved it.
That is the second AEW reference and it hasn't been a full week since Monday.
It hasn't been a full week since Yeah.
Since Monday. It's been a week since Double or
It's
Nothing.
been a week since Double or Nothing.
At time of recording, it has been a week since Double or Nothing.
Yeah, and it's just...
And they've referenced AEW, what now, twice or maybe more?
When Sammy dropped the whole bomb...
Sammy dropped their name on
Sammy
live television.
Dropped them.
Which no one knows is scripted or not, because people are saying Vince is mad. Other people are saying he's working everyone in the backstage. Sammy drops their name on Raw. Which, by the way, Raw was the worst.
Oh, Raw sucked.
Fucking response to an other company's pay-per-view I've ever seen ever. Same
This
with
is
SmackDown.
why...
Atrocious.
Like, okay,
TakeOver, though. If they were trying to answer Double or Nothing tonight, they fucking did.
Oh, they're definitely up there. It's...
Because if they were trying to put out TakeOver and be like, how can we top last Saturday, they fucking did.
This is like...
They took Saturday, they pushed it into a corner and said, what now? If that's what they were trying to do.
They basically... I feel bad for Vince because like, Triple H oversees everything that goes on in NXT. I don't really think Vince has any input. Like, he's the boss and everything, but Triple H runs that bitch.
He lets Triple H run. He doesn't even give any input in NXT.
Triple H definitely runs that bitch because you can see it. There's no shitty storylines. There's no disgustingly boring matches.
Or like
there's no sex scandals. There's nothing.
Relationship thing where Mandy Rose is trying to get with one of the... I forgot what fucking Uso, because I always get them confused because I'm an idiot.
Jimmy. It
was Jimmy, right? Jimmy's married to Naomi.
One of these motherfuckers.
I'm fucking stupid, and I always get them confused. You yelled at me because you know the difference in a match.
I do know the difference.
The slightest things in their gear, like
it's their shoes.
Are different. Yeah.
It's their shoes and their tattoos.
One has the strap, and one doesn't. One does the power part of the tag move, one won't. Like, it's stuff like that. That I'm so dumb. I just see a match, and I'm like, I'm just gonna watch and forget who.
It's also their tattoos because one of them has a cross inside.
Yeah. I'm an idiot. But okay, let's get on to the tag match. We'll talk more about that stuff later. The tag match was fucking awesome.
It was one of the best ladder tag team matches.
That was fucking great.
It was a good match. I liked when Jason Raker came out.
I liked when he came out.
Everybody to death.
I don't like Angelo Dawkins very much.
I feel like the Street Profits are too like. It's basically like Dr. Evil and a Mini-Me. Like, one's tiny and one's just big and really doesn't do that much.
Yeah, but Montez is taller than Dawkins.
Yeah, but he's so skinny.
I feel like...
But he gets thrown around. I feel like right now Montez is carrying the team. Oh, hell yeah. Montez is the momentum.
A lot of shit. Like,
his promos are better.
Bump off the ladder, and it looked like dog shit. And I was like,
it looked like shit.
He wasn't that high up, so he could have really just stepped off the ladder. But instead he fell and, like, stepped sideways and then did a flip. And I was like, why didn't you just not do that? You could have came off, hit your arm on the rope, flailed backwards, rolled out of the... You know, you could have done anything else. That spear the finish was fucking great.
It was really good.
As much as I'm not very high on the Street Profits, only because I didn't think that they were going to win a tag title for a little while. I feel like they were going to hold off on them more because of Dawkins than Ford. Montez Ford has the highest vertical I've ever seen in a fucking human being. He may have springs for legs.
He definitely does.
Shit.
Have you seen how skinny his legs are?
No, but fuck. There was a point in a match where he ran to the ropes to do a tope con hilo. Not in this match. In a different match. And he jumped so high that he jumped to his own height.
I feel like
a little bit higher. Like, his feet were where his head would have been if he was standing. A little bit higher, and then did the flip. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
The best thing the Street Profits did in this match, besides win, is the fucking... When Ford jumped over Dawkins onto one of the Forgotten Sons. I don't even know who it was.
Are you talking about the Blockbuster, or are you talking about something else?
No, he jumped over Dawkins, landed on one of the Forgotten Sons, and then they suplexed another Forgotten Son onto the ladder.
Yeah, I know what you're on about.
Yeah, that made me just lose my shit because I've never seen anybody with
the leapfrog. The leapfrog they did.
Yeah, the leapfrog.
That was the leapfrog that Charlie Hossaman used to do. He just landed on him. I didn't see a suplex. No, he just landed on him.
No, because then after that they fucking suplexed somebody.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They flapjacked
his
the
head
other one.
bounced off the
They
ladder.
flapjacked the other one.
And then
And then when they
UE
went
did
to
the
do the
fucking.
move, yep. That drop kick to Senton was a little bit wonky, but it looked fucking great.
Oh, it definitely hurt.
Kyle O'Reilly definitely went straight to the doctors just to make sure his back was okay.
Oh,
It's funny, because you have Roderick Strong in the UE that's breaking people's spines, and then Kyle O'Reilly decided, I'm going to go out and see how badly I can fucking destroy my own spine, because I'm sick in the head. And Kyle O'Reilly does this every match. I swear to God. I think he does it every match. He goes out and he wonders how much he can make himself look like he's dead in a match. Like, remember, I think he was fighting there's a pain. Yeah. He took a German suplex and stood up like he was ready to fight and just died.
And then just died.
He just fell out of the ring.
It's he's the comedic relief of the UE, but it's at the same time, he's a great wrestler.
He's so fucking good. Like,
he's a great fucking wrestler.
Kyle O'Reilly can tell a fucking story. And he's not even... I love tag team wrestling. For the fact that tag team wrestling's so great. Like, it needs spotlight. That's why this match was fucking awesome. This was a main event quality match. Like, this could have ended the show.
Was.
Other than how, I guess, the finish and some of the points in the match, this could have ended the show.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it going on second, just considering I would have preferred if not the Street Profits won. I feel like they have a lot of momentum. The crowd, everyone loves them, so they're gonna do great as tag champs. I'm worried they're either transitional tag champs for someone else to just dismember them.
Yeah.
Or they're not gonna go that far. Like, they're not going to be as over as we expect, but I feel like they're going to be just fine. In all honesty, I feel like they're going to be just fine.
They're gonna do good. They're entertaining.
Lorcan and Burch are not over.
I don't understand why they're not in the UK right now.
I love Oney Lorcan.
I like them as a tag team, but they should just stay in their own territory.
It's not even that. I love Lorcan. Burch is super, like, he's got great moves, but they just feel like two stale bald guys, which is annoying because they're both really talented. But it doesn't feel like that many people are that behind them that they needed to be in a tag title match. Like, I think that'd be really cool if you, like, developed them more than two guys that literally walk to the ring with their one finger in the air or peace sign to a song, don't do anything at all. They just walk to the ring with their hands up. And then in the match, a lot of their moves are just uppercut, 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 running uppercut, pump kick, uppercut, knee, uppercut.
They're basically like British Cesaros.
Yeah, except one of them's American, actually.
You're fucking lying to me.
They're correct? Isn't Lorcan not? Hold on.
Is he really?
Yeah. Am I crazy? Oney Lorcan is a fucking, what's it called? Yeah, or it's yeah, Lorcan's American and Burch is British.
Son of a bitch.
I was like, hold on. Cause fucking Danny Burch is British. This is I'm pretty sure a known fact. Yeah. Yeah, he's born in Richmond.
Okay. Virginia?
No, Richmond, UK.
Oh.
Sorry. I should have been more specific.
Yeah, because I'm from New York. I hear Richmond, Virginia.
I don't know their tag team name. They have one.
They don't. I don't think.
They have one. But I think it's dumb. Is all I'll say. I'm pretty sure it's a stupid name. They said it a bunch on commentary, but my brain, it's not that great of a tag name for me to remember, and I will remember it after this and probably put it in like the description.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird name, but there were a shit ton of crazy spots in this match. Fucking
hell yeah.
Diving over the ladder. Riker clearly getting fed up with the fact that Dawkins can't sell for shit, and then beating him into a pulp in the corner.
Beating him into a pulp. Fucking
And then everyone in the match just smashing a ladder over Riker's fucking prone body.
Yeah.
And then the UE proceeding to just shit on everyone else afterwards. It's Fucking great.
And then I specifically remember Kyle O'Reilly getting fucking powerbombed through the ladder while Bobby Fish is on the ladder.
Exactly.
And he landed on top of Kyle.
Dude, Kyle O'Reilly being alive by the end of tonight and being
He's
able
not.
to... No,
If he keeps doing shit like this, he's gonna die.
Bobby Fish being the one in a shoulder sling. Or an arm sling, I should say.
Yeah.
And Kyle O'Reilly not having a cane
murdered.
or like a wheelchair fucking baffles me. Bobby Fish got hurt and needed maybe a little bit of arm support. But Kyle was fine.
Kyle was hit with so many ladders. He fucking got put through a ladder.
He got powerbombed onto multiple ladders. He got like slammed. He slammed himself on the ladders.
I don't know how he's not in a stretcher.
He flopped out of the ring. Like, he went to go over the top rope and didn't even bother to like slap
he just
out.
Died.
He just landed on his back. He just took the dive on his back. Just got his shit pushed in as usual. But he was nothing. No fucking tape on his back.
Nothing.
No support. No maybe a neck. No, he's fine. Bobby
And they were
Fish
carrying Adam Cole like nothing.
And Bobby Fish had a fucking arm thing. He wasn't carrying Adam Cole. He was walking around next to Adam Cole.
Bull fucking shit. One of them was carrying Adam.
Roderick and O'Reilly were, I think...
makes sense.
I think Fish helped a little bit, but he had his arm in a sling, so he was like, fuck.
I'm talking about Kyle. I don't know how you can keep that man up.
Kyle carrying Adam Cole was fucking hysterical. I'm like, how are you okay right now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's superhuman. At least he's like the Iron Man of the company right now. I don't know I don't know many other people besides maybe Johnny Gargano. Gargano, I guess, if Cena was still wrestling. So those kinds of people that'll just get their shit pushed in sometimes and still just keep fighting in the match.
Mm-hmm.
So Street Profits win after Angelo Dawkins spears one of the Forgotten Sons from under the ladder, and he jumped through underneath the little metal piece of the ladder. It would have been really funny if he headbutted that instead of actually hitting the spear. I would have laughed my ass off if he headbutted the piece that holds the ladders, like the piece of the ladder together, and just fell on his ass instead. That would have been fucking funny, but I would have felt really bad. Realized now that I know that they won. If he had done that, that would have been fucking dumb. But it would have made me laugh. But he hits the spear on their fucking twins, Cutler, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And then Montez Ford decides, yeah, guys, I'm just gonna fly in from off screen, catch the ladder, land on it,
and win the titles
off the ladder, and he's gonna fall like Jeff Hardy falling off a title belt hanging from the ring. Mm-hmm. Oh no, like a cartoon. Just land really hard on his shoulder. I hope he's okay. And then grab the belts and just hand one down to Dawkins. Like, here, buddy. I know I just jumped up there and grabbed the belt. You can have one.
There you go.
Here you go.
There's your part of the bag.
Oh,
you secured it.
That match was...
That was a good match.
Spectacular. Next match, Tyler Breeze, Velveteen Dream.
Prince Pretty versus the Dream himself.
Prince Pretty versus Prince Pretty.
Prince Pretty versus Prince Pretty, the black version.
Yeah. Yeah. The taller...
I got you right now. Prince Pretty versus Medea's Prince Pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly. That match was so good.
I have waited for this match.
Right? I didn't even realize how much I wanted this match.
I didn't realize how much I wanted it until I met who Velveteen Dream really was. I was like, this is just a Tyler Breeze ripoff. And then Tyler Breeze comes through, I'm like, holy shit, it's happening.
Yeah. My only complaint to this match was that Tyler Breeze didn't technically earn the title shot. He just hit him with a phone. Yeah, and then it was like, I want to fight him. I was like, okay, no real build to this, but
I love it.
The build is in their characters, not in them with each other. It's not in Tyler Breeze beating someone and getting a title shot. It's in Tyler Breeze is the original narcissistic, wears fashionable clothing and gets really mad and turns into a sociopath.
Absolute psychopath.
That's the original. Velveteen Dream did it in his own way, where he rips off of past wrestlers, where he does the Hogan stuff.
It's the
Macho
Hogan
Man
shit.
stuff. His finisher is an elbow drop, for fuck's sake.
The Macho Man elbow.
Yeah. Golden. The match was really good. I thought it was very slow at times, but I didn't mind it. Because honestly, I was looking out for Tyler Breeze's health on occasion because his ear was bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw his ear bleeding. I was like, oh no. Because like the commentary was saying, that can throw off your balance.
Yeah, because
his ear might have popped. He might have been half deaf temporarily.
Mm-hmm.
Something could have happened. He might have a little bit of vertigo. I was actually like, oh no, this could be a good match. I hope he's not hurt.
I hope he's not hurt. But like, I love Tyler Breeze to death, and I've waited for this match since they introduced Velveteen Dream. Great fucking like. Most people will say, like you said, there was no build. It really is in the characters. Like they're both narcissistic assholes. One's worse, but because we actually did call him Prince Pretty.
Yes, but I feel like this does show a lot on Tyler Breeze's character, just storyline wise.
Mm-hmm.
How it's changed.
And how NXT's changed.
Like Tyler Breeze used to be narcissistic to the point where he would take the phone out during the match.
Yeah, he would take selfies during the match.
And have a selfie stick. And, like, it shows the maturity. He went back to the roots of holding the phone instead, like, with his own hand, not having a stick to do it for him. He was very on top of winning. He didn't just want to win the match, whatever, by any means. He wanted to win the match because he wanted to, like, solidify, I am the original best looking, and I want to be like, I want this belt, I need this opportunity. Like, it was more like, I think commentary did say it, mature. It was like a mature narcissistic prick. Which doesn't sound right, but it's true. Like,
that's basically what it is. He's been gone for a while, so he did have to.
Yeah, the closing moments of the match were probably some of the best part of the match. Probably the Velveteen Dream faking that he was going to cheat after Tyler Breeze is begging the referee to stop counting. Which, from a logical standpoint, is kind of stupid. He could have just rolled back out of the ring. Yeah. And it would have broke the count. But it's like desperation on his face. I was like, this is fucking great. And him taking the belt away from Velveteen Dream when Velveteen Dream was about to hit him in the head or try to cheat. He takes the belt out of his hand. He hands the belt back to the ref. Gets nailed with the Dream Valley Driver, and then the elbow drop, and it's over.
And the Purple Rainmaker.
Exactly, the Purple Rainmaker, and it's over. Every sequence in this match felt weird. It was really good. It just felt weird. It's probably because of ring rust for Tyler Breeze.
Best part of this whole match is them taking a selfie afterwards.
Yeah, that was fucking great. Because Velveteen Dream has matches where it's a character versus a character, not as much as a wrestler versus a wrestler. And he always delivers on it. When he did the Aleister Black match, and they were doing little like sitting taunt things during the match where he would sit, or Aleister would sit, or he would do his pose in front of Aleister while he's sitting. And then Aleister said his name after the match. Like they're very, very good with keeping Velveteen Dream in a perfect character on character match. In a brand where it's work rate based. He's a straight up character, and it's really good. Like, I don't have many complaints. I never have complaints about Velveteen Dream. I don't think I ever have complained about him.
I don't complain about either of them.
Yeah, exactly. But I think Tyler Breeze deserves to be showcased more.
He definitely does.
I'm so happy he's on NXT, because NXT is by far the A brand of WWE right now. I think they should merge NXT and 205 Live and have the Cruiserweight title on NXT. Because the Cruiserweights put on great matches for no one. No one watches, but they're all really good. So I think like a lot of wrestlers that want to go back to NXT, there's no reason to not merge the two brands, because 205 Live is better off in a work rate based brand, not. Oh, we put Uchiha in your pajamas. We watched you shave your backs, homo. Like, dude, shut up. Shut up. Wrestle each other. Fuck. Wrestle each other. You're wrestlers.
I was just trying to do comedic relief for the kids, but in reality, we want shit like AEW, where they just fuck each other up, and then you only go to commercial. Not even during a match. You go to commercial during like the in betweens of the match when people are talking. There's supposed to be promos. Like, who said this shit? Jim Ross, good old JR. I was watching him on the Busted Open podcast because that's what I do when I walk to school.
That's understandable.
He was talking about it, and he was like, you never see the Yankees and the Red Sox. Oh, bottom of the second, we'll be right back. You don't do that. You wait till the middle of the innings. And like
JD
WWE
from
just
NY on YouTube. I don't care if I plug him. He's great. I watch him almost every day. A lot of people hate him. Like WWE fans don't like him because he openly is honest about the company being dog shit. Love the guy. He's really entertaining. He said the same thing. He said you'll never have bottom of the ninth inning, fucking last pitch. Oh, we'll be right back. Like,
yeah.
We never happens.
And it's like you're doing it in the middle of great matches. Like I've seen great spots.
Yeah, exactly.
During like a Jeff Hardy's match, match. Why would you ever?
Yeah, it's like they'll do like 5 commercials in a match and go, that match was 25 minutes. Well, I watched a commercial for 15.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit how long Kofi Kingston might have wrestled in the gauntlet. I care about how much of it I saw.
Yeah.
The fact that there was a commercial in the middle of every section of the gauntlet matches when they did it with Kofi shows that they don't realize that match would have been so much better if you just didn't put a commercial for it and did like a shit ton of them after the match.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have minded 10 minutes of commercial after Kofi just put his legitimate body in shambles that night. Because I didn't get any during the match. I got to see him celebrate, whatever, lose. He did lose both gauntlets. All the gauntlets he was in. 10,000. Fucking, I wouldn't have minded the commercials after or before, whatever. But the middle match commercials are stupid. But
yeah.
Velveteen Dream winning with the cheating finish.
The cheating into the Rainmaker.
Great. It holds Tyler Breeze to a higher standard. Velveteen Dream, who's very talented, had to cheat and win dirty. He didn't win clean. He had to cheat a little bit, bend the rules ever so slightly in order to get the finish off, showing that Tyler Breeze is
might be the better man.
A little bit of cheating because he's that good, which keeps him as a talking point, which is amazing because he deserves that. He's so fucking talented. I can't wait for Fandango to come back and be fucking talented because he is.
Good Lord, I miss him.
But he's not going to be in NXT, so they're just going to put him as a janitor who sweeps up bad fashion choices. They're going to shit on him as they always do. Or he's going to ask us for his release. Or he's going to ask for his release or something because he'd be smart to do so.
If he asks for his release, I'm losing my shit.
The next match was the women's
Io Shirai versus
which, admittedly, only because I was behind and I wanted to catch up to the end of the show, I did not watch much of.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching here and there. So
I saw like last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the ending and I saw Io snap. I don't remember the ending very well. This is nothing against the women in the match. And it's not me not giving women's wrestling a chance. I love NXT women's wrestling. I love everything except for main roster women's wrestling. Main roster women's wrestling is the Divas search, but in 2019. It's dog shit, and you can't convince me otherwise. I'm sorry. There are gems here and there, but it is 95% ugh. Vince
it's just botches and shitty spots.
Blonde women.
It's just botches and shitty spots.
The Irish lady makes noises. It's like, Vince, shut up. Shut up, Vince.
She's a rebel.
She's a rebel. It's like, dude, get your genetic jackhammer out of your own ass and book a show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of complaining about Vince in this, but it's too much. I lose my mind every day.
At some point, you gotta complain about Vince because
I don't even watch Raw and SmackDown half the time. Am I gonna watch Brock cash in? No, I'm not. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Brock's gonna cash in at probably Super Showdown, and no one's gonna fucking care.
No.
Or
They
on
tweeted that
Raw.
he's cashing in on Monday.
Shut up. Okay, what's he gonna do? Win on Monday and then not win on Monday? It's gonna be dumb. I'm not even gonna. I'll
It's
watch.
irritating me that
Yeah.
they're literally making the Money in the Bank contract lose its worth.
Yeah, it's what they do. I know we're talking a lot about other things outside of Takeover. It's just we haven't done this is the first podcast, so we got to talk about a bunch of stuff. That's
Plus,
why
it's
I'm
been
bringing
like
us back into Takeover.
a week and a half of wrestling that we haven't talked about.
I do want to fill in everything. Double or Nothing was an amazing show. I'm just gonna leave it at that. We'll talk about that in its own
later
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The women's match was great. I like Io snapping. I love it.
Yeah, I think Io snapping was a really great turning point.
She beat the shit out of Shayna Baszler. Was it with a kendo stick and with a chair, I recall?
Kendo stick, and then did her finisher with a chair underneath her.
Yes. Isn't it? Io does the moonsault. Yes.
Io does the moonsault.
Io does the moonsault. I don't like her moonsault. To be honest, it just looks really fast. Mm-hmm. It looks kind of weird, but she does it really well, so good on her. I can't do a backflip. I do a back flop, so who am I? I can't really talk shit about other people doing backflips. Yeah. I bust my ass if I ever try. I look like Bam Bam, but Bam Bam does a better backflip than I do. So, who am I to really talk? So I can't really complain about someone's backflip. But Io beating the shit out of Shayna was great. Because not a lot of women have snapped because of Shayna, and they all should have.
Yeah.
They all should have beat the ever-living shit out of her in Rage. Like, I'm surprised Dakota Kai didn't come out and do a backflip in joy watching Shayna get her shit pushed in, because Dakota, in character at least, Dakota Kai was injured in a different part of her body, but she was written off with the stomp on the arm. Mm-hmm. I think Candice LeRae almost got her arm stomped through the fucking ring mat, but Io saved her. I like this about Io. I like it. She's just fucking shit up now because she's mad. She's just done with Shayna's shit, which is understandable because Shayna cheated how many times in her title matches? How many title matches has Shayna just used the other MMA horsewoman to just get an easy victory?
How long has she been champion?
Exactly. It's really common, especially against the
every single time. It's every single title defense.
Against Kairi Sane like 6 times. Like, it's great for her gimmick, but it gets kind of annoying. I don't know if she did that in this match because again, I barely watched, but not because of the women.
Oh yeah, no, she had the forward. She had the other.
They did it again. Okay, that's why I didn't watch. That makes sense.
She had the other one. Okay.
Really
so let me fill you in. So during the match, they're fucking each other up, yada yada yada, and they're on the outside, and Io, what's it called? Io's like right there in the ring, and she's like fucking shocked because she's like, oh shit, they're coming to beat my ass. And Candice LeRae pulls up with a fucking kendo stick and beats the shit out of Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke.
Right.
Literally beats the living shit out of them. Snaps the kendo stick over Shafir's back.
Fuck.
Like snaps that shit in half. That's why the kendo stick was there in the first place.
Understandable. Okay, they have a good weapon spot to set up a weapon spot. Okay.
The match goes on, and Io winds up beating Shayna. Shayna winds up beating Io in the end. Yeah, but then Io winds up beating the living shit out of. I've never seen Io snap like that, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah, I want more angry, triggered Io. There's something fucking amazing about an enraged Japanese woman beating the shit out of somebody.
Oh fuck yeah.
Is it just me? Is that a little I don't think that's racist in any degree. I think that's
I love watching tiny Asian women beat the living shit out of people.
It's just you see Asuka versus Nia Jax was fucking wonderful. Asuka just get heated and start kicking her in the fucking head. And it was like, holy shit, this person might actually be killing her. She might actually be murdering somebody in front of me. I want to watch more. And then they ruined Asuka. Yeah. Anyway, and now Asuka's part of, what was it? The Kabuki Warriors, because we can't be. I never, ever, and I can't emphasize this enough. Want to hear anyone call me a racist for a joke when on live television in front of children? They think, let's call them Kabuki Warriors because they're Japanese.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I just
Peak,
don't argue with them anymore.
It's peak stupidity. Oh, let's put the
It's
two
like
foreign guys on the same team because they're foreign. They'll get along. Rusev and Nakamura, and they're heels.
Also
Why? Because they're foreign.
Mm-hmm.
Any other story? No. The Bar were put together because they beat the shit out of each other, and then got a tag title match because McFoley's a cuck. He's a bastard and kind of fucked him over, but gave us one of the best tag teams in a while. The Bar's fucking great. I hope Sheamus doesn't retire, because Sheamus is fucking awesome. I love Sheamus so fucking much.
I used to hate him as a kid.
No one else can rock a mohawk like Sheamus and a braided beard. He's a fucking ruthless warrior, and I love it. That wasn't a racist pairing where they called him, let's call him something racist. Let's call him the Crackers. Like, you don't say that. You don't do it. You just don't. You don't have the New Day in a team and call them something fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, you don't do it. You don't call, you just don't do it. It's not okay. Like, Kabuki Warriors. I hope Io Shirai never moves up to the main roster, because she's going to be the third member of the Kabuki Warriors, and her entire gimmick is going to die. A terrible, painful, tragic death.
And they don't use them. That's the bad part. They don't use them.
The Kabuki Warriors are going to beat the Iconics, who I've now lost interest in because they don't know how to wrestle anymore. Or at all. It's kind of sad. They're entertaining. I think they're entertaining just because they're funny. But Billie Kay, I think, purposely sells like a 12-year-old girl who's never, ever heard of wrestling and just hears...
She sells like a kid on the playground that got put.
Yeah, I have to pretend to be in pain now, so the teacher gives Billy detention. Like, that's how she's acting. And it's like, what are you doing?
It's just...
Wrestle! And it's a common complaint. Amongst everything on Raw and SmackDown. The women's match was cool. The turn was the heel turn, I guess, maybe more.
It's not even a heel turn.
A super face turn was great. The edgy, angry. I don't want to say edgy, but the angry, psychotic Japanese woman beating up Shayna with weapons and fucking her shit up was great. I want her to beat everyone up with weapons. I can't wait to see her do that. And now, the greatest... Holy shit.
One of the best... I cried watching this match. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I cried because I have said this multiple...
I hate that the next TakeOver is gonna have another NXT title match that's somehow gonna top this.
It's definitely not gonna top it because it's not gonna put me in tears.
For you, it might not, but match quality-wise, they always manage to top the last.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna put it like this.
How the fuck are they gonna top this?
Damn right they're not gonna top it at all. Unless Tommaso Ciampa comes out and fucks up Adam Cole, it's not gonna get topped.
Like, you can't top this, right? I don't
think so.
Adam Cole did everything. He was motioning for the Undisputed Era. No one came out, and Johnny was confused, only for Adam Cole to fuck his shit up. And then the 700 counters to the Gargano escape had me on the edge of my couch. I was like, oh, he's gonna tap again. Oh, he's gonna tap. Don't fucking tap. Please don't tap. Because, alright, I love Johnny Gargano. He's great. He's
great.
Awesome. But as great as he is, I don't like that he's booked as this amazing thing, because he's been in 14 takeovers now and lost like 10 of them.
Yeah.
And the only ones he's won were mostly tag matches. He won like one tag match at a takeover, lost all the other tag matches, got his shit pushed in by Ciampa, beat Ricochet, beat Adam Cole. So I think that's only 4 victories I can remember at TakeOver. You could beat Johnny TakeOver all you want. You should win more at TakeOver.
Yeah.
Adam Cole is one of the most consistently over and consistently winning people. He won the North American Championship. Sure, he lost it in the next. He lost it the next TakeOver to Ricochet, correct?
Yeah.
Or did he defend it and then lose? No, he lost it the next TakeOver. But his team won a War Games match the Undisputed Era in general is a winning team, and I can really get behind them holding all the belts.
Hold on, I'm googling.
How many?
What's his win-loss record?
Who? Adam Cole?
No, Johnny Gargano.
I want to look. I'm gonna look up Adam Cole's because I could have sworn. Okay.
1 second.
Takeover record. Adam Cole. I'll tell you right now what his takeover record is. Oh fuck! There's gonna be a lot of random shit.
You're on ProFightDB.com, right?
Yeah, that's annoying. I'm gonna takeover matches. Oh, you're straight by Al Snow. Good for him. Holy shit.
Alright, he beat Adam Cole in Brooklyn.
You beat Adam Cole in Brooklyn. He beat Ciampa once.
He got beat by Aleister Black.
Yeah, he lost. That's a loss.
Okay, so I say he's like 5 and I don't even know.
He's 5-9.
And how are you Johnny Takeover if you don't win anything?
Exactly. Adam Cole won the North American Championship. Won the War Games match. I can't remember all the matches Adam Cole won, but he's been on the receiving end of wins. His team in general has been in wins. Has been in winning. Has been the winning people.
He has won a War Games match.
Adam Cole NXT record. I'll just say NXT record. Thank you. Adam Cole win-loss record. When was all of these?
Alright, so while Justin does that, I'll talk about the match a little bit. This was a great match. I'm not gonna lie. Adam Cole had some amazing spots. Johnny had some fucking amazing spots. Johnny actually had Captain Marvel gear on, which I appreciated very much. That was fucking sick. I figured that out in the middle of the match because I saw the Nova symbol on his chest, and I lost my shit. You can ask Evie. So I'm sitting there and I'm losing my shit about fucking Johnny Gargano having that fucking Captain Marvel gear on, and then Adam Cole hits a Panama Sunrise, and I'm losing my shit even more. And fucking
they teased that Panama Sunrise 7,000 times, and I was.
And when he finally hit it, I lost it.
He hit it twice.
He hit it twice and one on the floor.
Exactly.
That one definitely hurt.
Wonderful.
Wunderbar.
Absolutely wonderful.
But it was that fucking super kick.
Cole loses TakeOver War Games 18. Oh, he won the year prior.
Justin, you heard?
Huh?
The fucking the super kick from the diving Suicina?
Yes.
That's
where I thought the finish was.
Work of
he did the super kick. He did the Panama Sunrise. He threw him in the ring. And I was like, I wouldn't mind if that's the finish.
Yeah.
That match was so fucking good. He didn't even technically cheat. He didn't do a single low blow. He didn't cheat. He didn't hit him with the chair.
Nope.
The finish wasn't screwy. If you think about it, I want to say he won clean, but he would have been pinned off of that chair super kick.
Oh yeah.
But who's to say he would have been pinned, or that he knew the ref was down, so he decided to just screw it. I'm gonna keep laying here because I could take a breather now.
Yeah.
Fucking thing of beauty, wonderful.
It was a great match. I definitely cried. I've been waiting 2 years for Adam Cole to win the NXT Championship.
Adam Cole has very few wins in takeovers as well. So I don't know.
He's only been here for 2 years.
He's been here 2 years, but he's won 3 takeovers.
3?
I think. Nothing is giving me a proper record.
War Games?
Hold on.
The ladder match?
Hold on. I got it. I'm trying to see how far back I have to go. 16?
War Games,
no, it's 17, 18, 19. I got it. Hold on.
War Games ladder match.
I'm looking through takeovers. Hold on. I got it. I'll figure it out right now. I need to brush up on this. He lost to Drew McIntyre. No, that wasn't at a takeover. He won War Games.
He won War Games. He's the one that scored the pin.
Yes. He scored the pin on Eric Young.
Yeah.
Then so it was 2017, go to 2018. Where's how many non-takeovers were there? Jesus Christ. I didn't realize how many shows there were that weren't takeover. He lost to Ricochet. He won the ladder match beforehand, if I could find the ladder match.
Well, we know he was the inaugural.
Yeah. He won the War Games, he won the
that.
ladder match. He retained the tag titles with his partner the same night. I remember that because they brought that up on the show tonight.
Mm.
He retained the tag titles with Kyle O'Reilly. I think that's what it was. It was before Roderick joined. Remember?
Yeah.
And then Bobby Fish, I think, came out after the match.
No, he came out. I don't remember when.
I think he came out after that match because Roderick Strong turned on Pete Dunne.
Yep.
Yes. Fucking wonderful. But this match was fucking great. It was bell to bell really good. The fact that they did limb work for 90% of it. Where Cole worked on the leg, so Johnny was harder for him to do.
Johnny was definitely on his arm.
It was harder for Johnny to do the slingshot moves or any of the super kicks or to run, to do certain dives. There was a point in the match where Johnny went to do a suicide dive. He looked at the ropes, said, fuck that, and just climbed out of the ring and did something else.
Mm-hmm.
Which, fucking great. Like, you don't see a lot of selling sometimes in wrestling. You see a lot of, like...
I have a picture
someone's
in
arm
my
will get
phone.
slammed on a rope or something, and they'll just pretend it never happened.
Yeah, they sold it pretty good.
They sold really well. Adam Cole selling the arm like he had no arm for a while was great.
I have the picture from TakeOver Brooklyn when they jumped Drew McIntyre and Adam Cole championship. And I looked at that picture right after he won that championship, and I cried even more. Because not only has Adam Cole been one of my favorite wrestlers on NXT, he's probably one of the most entertaining, if not the most entertaining that show has. His promos are amazing. He's a great wrestler. He's fucking entertaining. He gets the crowd into it with the Adam Cole baby thing. Like
exactly,
he's a great fucking wrestler.
Over fucking people ever. And I just remembered what you were talking about with the suplex.
Which one?
During the tag ladder match. I just remembered it because we're talking about Adam Cole.
Yes.
They did a callback to Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly's tag finisher.
Yep.
Which was the butterfly DDT to a wheelbarrow suplex.
Yep.
I remember that because I think I saw that in the game and I lost my mind. That's when I first realized, holy shit, they're actually going to reference this move occasionally. Because why put it in the... Oh shit. Why put it in the game as a tag move if you're never going to do it again? Ever?
Yeah.
So... yeah, they did the callback to that move, and I marked out for that. I was like, no, fuck. And then they called it a German suplex, and I got upset. I was like, it's not a German suplex. It's not a German suplex. It's a wheelbarrow suplex. There's a difference. The difference is you're between their legs, holding them like you would be if you were barreling them, like you were holding someone's feet and they were walking on their hands.
Yeah.
Instead of helping them walk on their hands, you're grabbing them by the waist and just yeeting them behind you and fucking up their entire existence. I don't call Johnny Gargano. Dude, I thought Johnny was going to win the match the entire time. I was like, fuck. I love Adam Cole. I love Gargano. Gargano's going to win this match, and they're going to squish Adam Cole's everything ever. They're going to have an Adam Cole, Roderick Strong feud that no one's going to be happy about because they all want Roderick to be part of the UE and them to not split the group up. That was my entire worry the entire match. I was like, the rest of the group lost. Fish and O'Reilly lost. They weren't in the ending moments. They didn't take the direct loss. They weren't the ones speared and then climbed up on, but they still lost.
That's how I know Adam Cole was gonna win the championship. He has never lost an entire takeover. Like, one of them has won at least one match.
Right. I think when they won the tag titles, he didn't win his match.
Yeah. The last takeover too.
Except for the one actually when they retained the tag belts was the night he won the North American title though.
Yeah, exactly. Like they usually don't end up losing.
So.
The entire takeover.
Exactly, but I was worried that they were just so they could push the UE being broken and not as good as they want to be kind of thing. I was worried about that.
Yeah.
Just every sequence, like anything could have been a finish.
It was a great fucking match.
The entire match, I was like, I don't know who's gonna win. What the fuck? It's just, I was like, oh my god, they tore the fucking house down.
Yeah, they definitely did. I didn't like the stage.
I didn't care.
I'm used to the big extravagant shit that they usually do.
Yeah, I don't really care, to be honest with you. I didn't like the song too much. I liked, they did a lot of good songs. This song was okay. But that's little things. The wrestling is all I really care about. And it was so fucking good. It was great. It's so fun. I don't even know what else to say. It was fucking awesome. Okay. Now, that was TakeOver.
So let's get to some real fucking wrestling.
That was TakeOver. So what are we gonna do now?
Do you want to talk about Raw and SmackDown, or should we get to some real fucking wrestling?
Hold on. I'm gonna change the image. Actually, to the. If I could find it, so now the image isn't gonna be TakeOver anymore. I'm gonna just be the same video. Is this it? No.
Do I have time to take a deuce?
No.
Okay.
This is what I'm gonna do. Transform, stretch the screen. That looks terrible, but it's funny. I just switched it just to an overall talking thing.
Okay.
It's just Wrestling for Dummies. It's a picture. I'll send it to you. I'll put it in the Discord right now.
Okay.
I'll let you see it, and then we'll talk.
The call with Evie, just Jesus fucking Christ.
You see that picture?
That's a scary boy.
Fucking wonderful. It's stretched to fit a YouTube screen, so it's not even like vertical. It's all shitty and stretched. But okay, so now that we've talked about TakeOver, I want to talk about from last Saturday to now.
Okay.
Last Saturday, with all its quirks, because camera work was a little bit shit here and there.
Well, for their first show, they did pretty good.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna like shit on them.
Saturday
it was their first show.
Was what I think should have been a wake-up call.
It was definitely a shot aimed at WWE. Like, hey, we're here, and we're pretty good.
We're putting on good shows. We are going to be, I should say, we are going to be putting on good shows. We have literally had one pay-per-view.
We had one pay-per-view, and it was
there's
probably
already
one of the best pay-per-views of the whole year.
There's already storyline behind almost every single match on the card, on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Hangman Page winning the Battle Royal. I know they just kind of made it obvious by putting him in it that he was gonna, by making the Battle Royal for the title shot, that he was gonna win it. I'm fucking tired. Holy shit. I know they made it obvious because they'd said, oh, this match is now for, like, it's going to be a number one contender match. It was kind of like a given then, like, oh, Pac and him aren't having it anymore, so he's going to be in and he's going to win. I was worried, actually, that they were going to have Mox as the Joker card.
No. They were definitely... I figured they were going to save him for the end.
Yeah, I figured if it wasn't that match, it was the end. Double or Nothing as a whole was a high B A tier show. Was it better than any of the takeovers? No.
No, TakeOver is by far best pay-per-views of all time.
TakeOver was better. The one that just happened was better. No, the one that just happened was good. It was
The
not
past
better.
couple have been really good.
The only reason why the one that just happened, other than the finish, was not better was because of a lot of the storylines not being the greatest, and a couple of the matches being a little bit slow and clunky. This was the one takeover that I would say wasn't better than Double or Nothing or All In.
Yeah.
Takeover New York, Takeover Phoenix.
Takeover Phoenix.
The other three Brooklyn takeovers. Because they didn't call this past one Brooklyn. They called it New York, but it was in the same arena as all the Brooklyn ones.
Barclays.
Were fucking really good.
Were fucking amazing. Especially the War Games. War Games fucking amazing.
There hasn't been a bad takeover yet.
There has not been a bad takeover.
I don't think.
Well, from the past couple of years, I don't remember any bad.
Yeah, as far as I've been paying attention, there has not been a bad takeover. That being said, Double or Nothing should have served as a wake-up call, not for NXT. NXT doesn't need one. It should have served as a wake-up call for the main roster.
Yeah.
Especially after John Moxley, Jonathan Good, Dean Ambrose, or whatever you want to call him, whatever world you live in.
Daddy.
Yeah, that's what Renee calls him.
It's fucking spicy.
Got one in there. Jesus.
You son of a bitch.
You think she calls him Daddy Dean, huh?
I'm gonna kick you. Alright, so back to what we're talking about.
So, whatever you want to call him, after he sat there, unprecedented, unwarned, said that WWE's creative is shit and they need to fix it.
When
The
did that Talk of Jericho? When did that Talk of
saying,
Jericho episode come out?
The fact that he was open enough to say this, and the fact that after Double or Nothing, they had the promo out of him saying they consider it a paradigm shift.
Yeah.
It should serve some kind of purpose that you had someone in your company that can show up at the end of a night and have the entire internet and TV and people losing their shit. You had
Twitter. I had my entire Twitter blowing up for 3 hours.
You had him in your roster, and you could only think of poopers, scoopers, and rabies needles.
Mm-hmm.
It shows. It shows that the WWE, at least the main roster, because you know NXT is a sanctuary of wonderful wrestling, only knows how to be out of touch. Raw and SmackDown were awful.
They sucked.
Money in the Bank was okay. The finish was dog shit to Money in the Bank. Brock winning the Money in the Bank ladder match is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life, and it's a spit in the face of Randy Orton, Baron Corbin, Mustafa Ali, Finn Balor, Andrade. Like, why?
I don't like this whole Saudi Arabia thing. I've said it multiple times. Multiple wrestlers have said it multiple times. They don't feel comfortable going.
It's blood money. It's blood money.
Yeah, I don't want to get political, but I don't feel like going to Saudi Arabia. Talent like that is a safe idea. But, like, again, and I'll say it, I don't support most of the shit WWE does. Because, like, they're just looking for money. They just want money. That's all they want is just money.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre and Ricochet were the two I'm forgetting. Sorry, I forget them. WWE treats them like shit anyway.
Yeah.
You have Ricochet. Someone that is the epitome of flippy bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Flippy, beautiful flippy nonsense.
That fucking when you're saying while you're saying that, the first thing that comes to mind is the fucking off the takeover like 2 takeovers ago.
But the walk up, he just walked up the fucking.
He just walked up, jumped over the fucking top rope, grabs Adam Cole by his fucking head with his legs, tosses that man, and stands up like nothing happened.
The step up, the turnbuckle backflip where he just lands on his feet like what? The double fucking moonsault. A double moonsault?
When
Again, I try to do a backflip, I land on my back, and I hurt myself every time. And this man's sitting here, how many years older than us? Barely that many years older than us? Look,
10?
I'll tell you right. No, look.
He's like 20 something, maybe 30.
Ricochet age.
He's like 30. He was born in 88.
Ricochet is 30 years old. He is
Yeah.
nearly 10 years older than us.
1988.
Doing fucking double moonsaults and double front flips. 630s, both forward and backwards. And full 360 rotations. When he goes to miss a 630, he does the front flip and lands on his feet. And he's wonderful wrestling too. Like, he's great with the technical work when he needs to. Fucking wonderful wrestler. Mustafa Ali, a story you can get behind.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Orton would have been great. Baron Corbin, a cocky fucking prick who, if he won a cash-in, would never let you hear the end of it. Mm-hmm. Drew McIntyre, a Scottish psychopath who was supposed to be the future of the company. The future of the company? Doing what? Doing
Jack
what?
shit.
Kicking Dean Ambrose in the head every once in a while because they needed to bury him. Or losing to Roman every single time Roman comes out. Don't even get me started on Roman because I'm going to piss off the entire community. He's not worth being pushed every single night. Furthermore, I believe Roman's great. He needs improvement. Roman's great. Doesn't deserve the pushes he gets.
He doesn't deserve the fucking dick stuff they give him.
The absolute no one that isn't Brock Lesnar can lose to him. Or he can lose to. Like, very few people beat him. And it's not because he's protected because they want him to be something. It's because they don't want him to lose ever in the history of ever to certain wrestlers, which doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
But, okay, so you have Finn Balor as well, who is
Finn
an
Balor.
afterthought. Finn Balor, I know that this is obviously, it's a joke, but if Finn Balor didn't beat the fuck out of Taguchi, Bullet Club would have never existed, and there would be no AEW.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. As stupid as that sounds, it actually is the chain of events. Finn Balor creates Bullet Club.
Well, no. Prince Devitt was part of the tag team, right?
He was a tag team in Apollo 55 with Taguchi.
Yeah, Apollo
he creates
55.
Bullet Club by beating the shit out of Taguchi, enlisting Bad Luck Fale, and then enlisting Carl Anderson and Tama Tonga.
The Good Brothers. Oh, half the Good Brothers, yeah.
And then enlisting Gallows afterwards.
Yeah. Then he gets turned on.
And then gets the Bucks in there. The Bucks turn on him. He leaves for NXT.
He goes to WWE.
The Bucks then
they bring
on.
in
the Bullet Club is then run by Carl Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Very briefly. Then AJ Styles joins.
It was AJ.
AJ Styles joins.
Then Kenny Omega joined.
And then AJ introduces Kenny. AJ felt forced, but AJ was cool in Bullet Club. He was fucking awesome. Then Kenny joins, and then you have the whole era of the Cleaner,
Civil War,
where he then drops AJ on his fucking head, and AJ leaves for WWE. Along with Carl Anderson and Luke Ellis. And then Kenny's running the Bullet Club.
Then Cody
leaves WWE and joins. And you have this civil war within Bullet Club with the Golden Lovers and Cody, and then the Golden Elite and Cody, and then everyone comes together to form the Elite, and then you have the Jay White Bullet Club, which is now. But the Elite splits off, makes a company, and it puts on a better show than the main roster put on all year.
Mm-hmm.
Twice. They put it all in without being a company. They put out All In with the help of New Japan and ROH. And when it comes time for them to do it with less help, because they had to do it on technically their own, they burn the fucking house down.
They fucking destroy it.
There is something to fucking say. There's something behind it when a company can do that. When people can do that. Put on 2 shows that are better than a billionaire's company puts out on their main roster that has one of their most talented rosters so far in a long time.
It just shits on them.
Like, you're gonna tell me that with the amount of people on your roster, you can only put out a barely fucking watchable show on Monday and Tuesday, and
You
the
know,
absolute
Raw
worst
had
women's
an
wrestling
hour
I've
of no
seen.
wrestling.
They've
On
1
Raw
hour
this
of
week,
wrestling.
there was an
and 2
hour
hours
of no
playoffs.
wrestling.
An hour of no wrestling, which actually 45 minutes into the show, Shane beat up a jobber who was supposed to be Roman's cousin, and that was the only wrestling we got. And then the next 15 minutes after that 45 was complete bullshit.
This is why I can't do that. Like, I miss when I was a kid and they would just fuck each other up.
Not even
and
that.
Then
if you think about it, when we were kids, women were treated like shit.
Yeah.
Vince notoriously treats women stupidly because he doesn't realize that the women that can wrestle... Hold on.
He disappeared. Justin, where are you? I miss you. Leave me.
No, sorry, I had to disappear for half a second.
He disappeared.
Me Madre was talking to me for a split second there.
Come on.
Anyone, put that on the thing. I'm gonna wrap it up soon, but it's a talking point when you can sit there and you have like people out think it's just a quote unquote pissant company, and people that support AEW are just fanboys.
And then after they see fucking Saturday night, they're like, oh, shit.
How are you a fanboy when you're being honest? Monday and Tuesday are some of the worst wrestling you will see ever.
Tuesday's not anymore until October.
And still, Monday and Tuesday currently are some of the worst wrestling you'll watch ever, unless you're watching slapped together matches in a school gym, which those are bad without saying. Those don't always go well. Which I'm not going to pretend that WWE is the worst, like there isn't awful wrestling. I know there's awful wrestling. But out of mainstream wrestling, you have New Japan, ROH, WWE, and now soon to be AEW. They're going to be pretty mainstream. They're going to be on national television.
Yep, TNT.
You have and Impact. So Impact, WWE, TNT.
Nobody
Impact,
really watches
WWE.
Impact anymore.
Yeah, but they're pretty mainstream. Like they're known about. So you have
Tessa
Impact.
Blanchard and all them, yeah.
Yeah, you have Impact, AEW, WWE, New Japan, ROH.
Yeah.
You have 5 main companies that people know about. You have like CZW and you have GCW. You have these other companies, but they're not mainstream. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not mainstream right now. You have these 5 companies that are all really doing well. I consider NXT its own little company, like in my own mind, because it's so different.
NXT is its own thing.
But it's in WWE, so I'll put it under the umbrella. And you have ROH putting on great fucking shows. New Japan putting on amazing shows, even without some of their best wrestlers right now.
They lost literally all their best wrestlers. They lost a shit ton
of their good wrestlers, but they're still putting on great shows.
Fuck yeah. Jay White, great fucking matches.
You have Impact, who's been on top of their shit. Like, good fucking shit Impact putting on great matches.
I literally saw a video this morning of Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa Blanchard do what now?
I saw a video this morning of Tessa Blanchard beating the living fuck out of somebody.
Exactly. You have those 3 companies, and now AEW is on the rise, starting their company. They even said their main priority is not harming WWE or directly competing with them. Their main priority is to be a great wrestling company and to open people's eyes. But you have these 4 other companies that are mostly work rate based. A lot of it. There's a lot of character work, especially in like New Japan, now AEW, and a lot in Impact as well, with like Rosemary and stuff. You have these very character-based wrestlers, and you also have them putting in a shit ton of work rate. Like, the matches are stellar. It's hard-hitting, it's good matches. They're not unsafe. You do have the few, like, deadly-ass matches here and there, but you don't have fans that are bitching about it because it's good product. Why is it that when the second you complain about WWE, you're unintelligent? You don't know what you're talking about. When you watch Monday and Tuesday, and it's like you're being laughed at through the talent. Like Sami Zayn just goes out there, and I think he's just straight up has a microchip from Vince's brain to his, and that's just Vince telling us that we're all idiots and that we don't know what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's not like we're sitting here every week going, oh, we want WWE to be dead. No, we want it to be good. There was a time period where wrestling was really cool inside of WWE. Now it's like I don't really like wearing my WWE shirts. I never wear any of them.
I only see you in a Bullet Club shirt.
I wear my other shit. I'll wear like a Young Bucks shirt. I'll wear maybe a Finn Balor shirt sometimes. Like maybe I'll wear a New Legacy brand shirt. I won't wear a WWE shirt unless it's maybe Finn or Kevin Owens or something. I'll wear anything outside of WWE shirts and I won't feel embarrassed to wear their shit. Because it's like you wear a WWE shirt and you're basically representing a kid's shit show. It's like you can, and it shows. It really shows because you have NXT under their umbrella, and you don't hear any of their fans complaining about NXT.
I feel like ever since the PG era started, WWE has died.
Yeah,
and I appreciate anybody that tries to step to the WWE. Doesn't really happen that much, but the fact that AEW is doing that exact thing and putting out a product that not only is miles better than what the WWE can put out, but they have some of the best talent and they know how to use them. It's just like that's, and I'm gonna keep quoting them because they were right. Like JR said, you can't get to the WWE. You're gonna be looking up their ass because they are the global traded company. They are the standard. You strive to be better than them, but you're always looking up their ass. So what you want to do is make a product that they can't make and they can't replicate because if they do, they're ripping you off.
Exactly.
And
that's
it's the same thing that Jericho said.
That's where TNA went wrong when they were TNA.
Yeah.
They were trying to rip ideas from WWE and make it their own, and it did not go well. It kind of backfired for them.
Yeah.
They replicated WCW a little bit, and then they went downhill. But it's like you said, it was like what Jericho was saying.
Yeah, same thing Jericho and JR said. Like, and on top of that, AEW has guys like JR who are senior advisors and have seen shit. Excuse me, hold on. And have seen shit, and then he can mentor you and teach you all this shit that you didn't know before. So they have not only Dustin, or Gold
Gunn?
Dust for some of you. They have Billy Gunn.
Both
they have
Cody
JR,
and Dustin.
Cody, and the Bucks. Who else? Tommy Dreamer.
I don't think Tommy Dreamer is doing his own thing. I don't think he's actually in their company because
he's around.
He runs his own company though, but he's definitely helping them out.
He's around, and then you have what's his fucking face? I forgot his goddamn name. Old guy. Son of a bitch. Chris Jericho. There you go.
How do you forget Chris Jericho? I was sitting there because maybe he's thinking of someone else.
I was thinking Jericho the whole time. It
was just going over your head.
But like you have these guys that are so expensive. Chris Jericho's almost 50 years old.
Chris Jericho has wrestled
for 28 years.
Every era except for almost every era. Attitude, Ruthless Aggression, TV-14, PG, like reality, new, like all the eras since he debuted, he has been over in.
Yeah.
He has been nothing but over. Either over as a heel, over as a face, over in general.
One of the greatest fucking wrestlers to ever come out of the WWE.
He got 2 different lists over in 2 different eras.
And like, coming from a different company with the same attitude, being a rebel.
Exactly, the Lionheart thing, and then
the
Millennium Man.
He's one of the greatest rebels to ever come out of WWE, and he wasn't even from the WWE.
WCW, ECW guy.
He was a WCW guy. He was a Monday Night War guy.
Yeah, he switched. He jumped ship in '99.
He jumped ship, and what happened? Nobody stopped him. Why? Because you're not gonna stop him. It's Chris fucking Jericho, the greatest rebel to never be tamed. Justin went silent again.
Yeah, sorry, I keep checking on stuff. It's just it's a wonderful thing to see that people are, and they're not. The AEW is not trying to best WWE. Because that would be stupid. Because if you're gonna do the same product as them, you're not helping anyone.
You're not.
They're gonna. I want to say inadvertently, because I hope they're not gonna do it on purpose. And if they're doing it on purpose, I'm not going to complain about it. Give WWE a reason to better their product.
To be scared.
To better their product. Because
Give
you
Vince a reason to be
know
scared.
it's not going to bother Vince until his ratings get even lower, and then Roman can't save him. No one turns their TV on when they hear Roman Reigns anymore. How many children hear Roman Reigns? I'm going to move this pop filter. And decide, oh, I'm going to...
You are eating your mic right now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm trying to get myself to be loud without being in my microphone. How many people hear Roman Reigns and then decide, oh, I'm going to turn my TV on, other than when we wanted him to come back from his leukemia?
Yeah.
Like, at that point, when I heard Roman, I was like, please let him be back. I don't want him to be I don't want him to be hospitalized. I want him to be happy, healthy, and good. And doing
fucking
his thing.
people up.
Yeah, it just... None of us, like, a lot of the anti-Roman people aren't against a human being existing. They're against someone that gets pushed to the moon with no real reason other than he's Samoan and does a spear. Like, there's no...
When he announced his leukemia, that entire stadium went silent.
Yeah,
and when he came back, he got the loudest pop of 2019.
Yeah, and if we were shitty, heartless people, we wouldn't have went silent.
Yep.
We wouldn't have cared.
And he got, like, one of the loudest pops of 2019 when he came back.
And then there's those who wanna...
I'm giving loudest pop to Dean Ambrose. I'm saying that right now. Loudest pop goes to Dean Ambrose when he came back.
It was such a weird pop, though, because they ruined it.
They were confused. They were confused.
They were like, huh? Why'd you just tell us? What?
Yeah.
Like, what I was thinking. I was like, oh, Dean Ambrose, like, why'd you say lunatic fringe in my corner?
Mm-hmm.
Like, shut up with your weird laugh, Seth. Come on, you're better than that. You're better than that. Like, you fucking know better. I would have been like, oh, if you're gonna have a psychopath in your corner, I guess I need someone for my... I wouldn't have even said anything. I'd be like, I guess there's an uphill battle or something, and just kind of, like, walked away. And had Dean come out at SummerSlam. It would have made so much fucking sense for Dean to even the odds at SummerSlam. It would have been so smart. But nothing smart happens in a company run by an old man who doesn't realize that when we say we want things to be better, we don't mean to mimic the Attitude Era. We mean to have leniency and good, and I wouldn't say good wrestling, because not a lot of the Attitude Era was actually that great in wrestling-wise.
Yeah.
Certain wrestlers were great. We want the attitude from then, not the actual era itself. We want the go out there and entertain the crowd attitude, not, oh, who are we pushing? Like, it's stupid. It's kind of like what Cody said, where you have a dead horse. You don't just keep walking it through the mud.
Mm-hmm.
You take the horse, you bring it somewhere private, you cock back, and you blow it away.
Yeah, you put it down.
You put that motherfucker down. You're working it so hard that it's better for it to die. But what happens when the fans want something better? There's always the smarky idiots. I say smarky because not in like the smart mark kind of way, but in just kind of like the you don't know what you're talking about kind of way. It's like they think they know it all because they only watch WWE and they refuse to watch literally any other product.
It's the guys that start watching wrestling during the ad.
It's like that complain when people have a complaint about the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
And the main roster is not a promotion. I'm sorry, it's not. Look at Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, Jason Jordan.
His name's not Bobby anymore.
I know. Look at Robert Roode, Jason
Roode.
Jordan, Chad Gable. A lot of Bray Wyatt's run. The Revival, Luke Harper.
Can I just say something? The fact that he had to bring back his old gimmick of Robert Roode is sad. Because that's how bad they need entertainment. Is that they need to bring back old gimmicks from when company. He wasn't even from another company.
And give him Rick Rude's mustache. Or he grew the mustache himself. And wanted to change his name to be more over. And what did they do? 24/7 champion.
24/7. I'm not gonna lie. I love that fucking shit.
I do not. Only reason why I
What it
don't
looks
like it,
it's so entertaining.
because, like, if that title is supposed to be taken seriously, why are some of the top guys just ignoring it when it happens?
Because they're worth world champions. But, like,
No,
you
but what
can't
I'm
lie.
saying
That
is,
fucking title
if
is
this
so
title is supposed to
entertaining.
be a serious title, why does literally only the people that are off of every show care about it?
I don't know. But
It's
it's so
literally a
fucking...
catering title. They could have had a
It's so
catering title and it
fucking...
would have been the same fucking thing.
It's just so great. It's so entertaining. Watching fucking R-Truth drink Maverick and all...
It's
just great.
my thing is that it's entertaining, right? But at the same time,
so funny.
it's still kind of like it's another gap in wrestling. It's not like they can if they had that on the show and the rest of the show was wrestling, I wouldn't be upset.
Yeah.
But if the rest of the show is Shane McMahon cutting a promo, Vince McMahon cutting a promo, Roman Reigns cutting a promo, Drew McIntyre cutting a promo, Dolph Ziggler cutting a promo, Steph cutting a promo, then Brock cuts a promo, and Kofi cuts a promo, Xavier might cut a promo. Why are there so many promos? And then after every promo is 757 commercials.
Mm-hmm. No wrestling.
You're not putting out a show at that point. You're putting out an annoying fucking infomercial for 3 hours about why you shouldn't watch wrestling ever again in your life. It boils down to the point of if a company that they refer to as Piss Ant and a t-shirt company can change people's minds and garner attention from an entire vast amount of people simply with tweets in a YouTube series and gain enough attention to sell out arenas every time they have a show, because both shows sold out, All In sold out, Double or Nothing sold out, and there were not fake, those numbers were not faked. Like every time WWE has a pay-per-view, 550 million people are sitting in the arena right now. It holds 4 people, Vince. 556 million people are... Like, shut up with your numbers. You need to make everyone think that 17 extra people are here just because you need it to be like, oh, whatever. And then you see a picture of empty seats. It's not... They don't... No one else is inflating their numbers like WWE. And no one else puts out bad product the same. It doesn't make sense that a company can do that, have great shows, and then the response from WWE is, oh, Monday and Tuesday are going to suck. We're going to Sami Zayn's going to name drop them, and then Wednesday and Saturday are going to be fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I just don't feel like they're doing the right thing. And it sucks. Because, like, you have such talented dudes. Like, these fucking... They call up everybody from NXT, right? Where the fuck is Aleister Black?
Where are the War Raiders? They relinquished their belts and just... I'm only calling them the War Raiders, ever.
I'm calling them the Viking Raiders. I
have to. I will never
it's just
call
for the
them...
meme.
I will never call them anything else, because I refuse to give them...
Oh, I still call them Hanson and Rowe, but
yeah. Their names were changed for their the new names to be their last names. It was like Ivar Hansen and then Eric Rowe, which I guess makes sense because Hansen sounded like a last name and so did Rowe. But still, there's Robert Roode, the Revival, Chad Gable, Jason Jordan doesn't wrestle anymore.
I'm sorry. Jason Jordan and Chad Gable are some talented ass wrestlers.
Yeah. The War Raiders. Fucking...
War Raiders are a great tag team.
Ricochet, Aleister Black, Andrade. Finn Balor. Why are these people
Samoa
treated...
Joe.
Samoa Joe, occasionally, yeah. Why are these people treated like jokes? Drew McIntyre. Why are they treated... Eric Young. The rest of Sanity going back to different parts of NXT. Why are these people treated like complete wastes of oxygen?
You called them up for no reason.
Yeah, why'd you call them up? Nikki Cross is in a weird team with Alexa Bliss. Why'd you call her up?
Nikki Cross.
Why'd you call up... Like, you give Alexa Bliss these belts, and then she loses them, and then she just turns into an annoying cunt who drinks coffee and doesn't wrestle.
Yeah.
It's just Eva Marie, except Eva Marie at least had the decency to leave so other people could wrestle during the night. Alexa just stands there with her coffee and her wrestling gear saying, oh, my toe hurts. I get heel work, but Why did the NXT talent that get called up get treated like afterthoughts? There's no reason for it.
Ty Dillinger
worked so hard. Every gimmick he came up with flopped. Every single one. Flop after flop after flop. And then he was a heel doing a Perfect 10 gimmick, and everyone fell in love.
I fucking love him. And then what happened? He's in AEW now.
Yeah, he's Shawn Spears and hasn't yet officially signed his contract, but just last Saturday wrestled at Double or Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You have fucking
I think that's a little bit of a warning shot. I'm not...
Neville and Austin Aries that both walked out within the same year.
Especially, yeah.
John Moxley, back when he was Dean Ambrose, lied about him doing a movie shoot, so he could shoot the vignettes for his
the
his
fucking
thing.
For the Mox trailer.
Exactly, and he wasn't even planning to go to AEW at that point. He might have walked past an actual solid brick wall or something, and then they put that in post. It baffles me.
Listen, I'm not even gonna lie. Some of these people do need to go to AEW. I think Vince needs to lose a good amount of his roster to AEW.
I think not that.
What's happening?
I think that Vince, just like John Moxley said, is going to die in the chair. He's gonna die in his chair. He's not gonna die at home doing something peaceful. He's gonna die in gorilla position.
Yeah.
Like after a match or something, or during a show. Like he'll never give up that he isn't a revolutionary booker and as much of a rebel as he used to be. Because if you're such a rebel, why are you openly shitting on a company that's doing the thing that you wanted to do back when you were combating against WCW? If you're such a rebel, why do you have a problem with AEW having an alternative? Rebel against what they're doing, Mr. McMahon, with your rebellious nature. It's baffling. A lot of wrestling right now is kind of baffling as to how every other product is great and WWE doesn't know how to tell a waffle from a pancake.
Yeah.
But on that note, I'll let you go off and we can end it after you talk about how you feel about everything going on right now.
I think this picture stands for itself.
I'll look at it.
I think this picture stands for itself. I think without that, we wouldn't have what we have now.
It's a picture of the... Hold on. It is...
The Bullet Club logo.
It is the Bullet Club logo. I was going to open link and save it, but yeah, it's the Bullet Club logo.
Yeah, I think that without the Bullet Club, we would have...
Say that again. You cut out.
I think that without the Bullet Club, we would have no AEW. And without AEW, we would be stuck watching a shitty weekly fucking show that has literally no fucking good wrestling for a good 2.5 hours of the show.
It's a sitcom.
And put the same people over 24/7 with the same storylines 24/7. And as a kid, I used to fucking love WWE. Oh my god, WWE. Watch John Cena and Sheamus for the 18th fucking time.
Yeah,
but
you didn't mind doing it.
Yeah, I didn't mind because I was a kid. But as almost 18 years old, it starts to get fucking stale.
No, you look at it and you're just like, wow, this is stupid.
And then AEW happens and Double or Nothing happens. This is what real wrestling is. When I watched All In, I went ballistic.
You have fucking the Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros putting on one of the best tag matches you'll see in a long time. Which the Lucha Bros came out of injured.
Mm-hmm.
They were hurt a bit where they had to cancel some dates.
I think that tag team wrestling is a main event caliber match. And the Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros fucking showed that.
I know that for a fact that in the WWE, nothing is main event caliber anymore.
Yeah.
The main event caliber things are barely worth the mid-card on an NXT.
I'm going to reference this again. Chris Jericho, when he had the feud with Kevin Owens in 16, where were they? Second on the card for WrestleMania. When it was slotted to be the main event.
And of all time, second?
Mm-hmm.
Not even first?
It was the best thing WWE had going. And then they dropped it.
And Vince shit on it, too. He hated the match. He told Owens that fucking match sucked.
And they dropped it for Goldberg Lesnar.
Hey, Roman Triple H was so good.
AEW is going to be high up there on the wrestling world.
I will wait for October before I make any judgments on that. Right now, I'm very high on the AEW ganja. Very high on the good shit that they're putting out. I'm loving it, and I can't wait for October to see if it's actually gonna keep up by week.
I'm gonna follow their entire.
Repeat that. Your mic's cutting a bunch.
I have a big dick. Are we good now?
I think we're good now.
Okay. I'm gonna watch every single thing they put out. I'm gonna watch Fight for the Fallen. I'm gonna watch All Out. I'm gonna watch whatever fucking else they put out until October.
The same day.
What?
All Out to August 31st, right?
Yeah, isn't it SummerSlam?
No. NXT UK's pay-per-view is the exact same day.
Oh, TakeOver?
UK TakeOver Cardiff, I think it was the location.
Yeah.
Exact same day.
Who cares?
I want to see Walter's first title defense that isn't Pete Dunne. Or...
Who's he fighting?
I don't know. I know he fought Devlin already.
Well, James Devlin's not worth a fucking title shot.
James Devlin's a great wrestler, or Jordan Devlin. Sorry, Jordan Devlin, great wrestler. It's just he looks too similar to Finn Balor.
I feel like he's literally Finn Balor, just Walmart.
He's really fucking good though.
He is really good.
I think he fought Devlin. He beat up Pete Dunne. He beat Pete Dunne twice now.
Well, it's Pete Dunne. He's gonna want to come back for more.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be torn now because I have to watch both shows in one day.
No, I don't have to watch both shows one day. I can keep one notification.
No, I mean in order to be able to talk about everything if need be.
Well, you can watch TakeOver UK. I'm watching All Out.
I'm watching both. I'll have TakeOver on my phone while I watch All Out.
All Out's gonna be fucking lit.
Dude, a gunshot Lariat into a code breaker would be so sick.
I feel like they're gonna give it to Chris.
I hope they don't.
They're gonna give it to Chris.
I feel like
I want them to give it to Hangman, but I don't feel like they're gonna give the Elite the belt first.
This is true, but Hangman is a very well sought after guy.
Yeah. But yeah, this past week has been, besides Monday, Tuesday, great fucking wrestling. And then Saudi Arabia is on Thursday, right?
I don't care about Saudi Arabia at all. I'm not even gonna watch. I might watch the clips of Goldberg Undertaker to see how clunky and bad it might be. Yeah. But I don't have much faith in that show.
I don't like the whole Saudi Arabia thing. I really don't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get political about it, but I can't stand it either. Especially knowing that they can't actually pick what the days. The WWE doesn't pick the dates. Which is even fucking stupider. You have a whole fucking company. You're letting these people that don't give a single shit whether you live or die tell you when to book your shows in their country.
It's just stupid.
It is. Alright, on that note, we'll check out for the night. If you want to reach any of us at all our stuff will be in the description. Gabe, if you want to plug yourself, you go right ahead.
If you want to follow me on Twitter, hold on, let me figure it out. I think my Twitter is at GXBEJPG. Should be Gabe. I'll put a lot of stuff on there. And yeah.
If you want to reach your boy, it's Loudmouth King on Twitter. If you want to reach out on Twitch, it's LT Bongo. Like, share, subscribe, all the good shit. Follow on Twitch, follow on Twitter, anything you want. If you follow me on Twitter, odds are I will follow you back, because that's just how I am on Twitter. I'm not quite the same on Twitch, and I'm also not gonna give out my Instagram, but I'm not necessarily the same thing on Twitch, where I might not follow you back on Twitch, but still, see you in the next one. I hope you enjoy this first little rant podcast thing we did for TakeOver and then wrestling as a whole. I hope this goes well because I want to do more. So, see you guys.
Deuces.
Adios, deuces.